Hello you chicken McFucks, Jim Sterling here, and this is Firefighters the Simulation, and why the hell are we playing this? If you are a long-time viewer of the channel, you'll know that I played this game a long-ass time ago. The reason I'm revisiting it is because I was browsing the PlayStation Store last night, just seeing what interesting titles there might be once I'm done reviewing Neo and Dynasty Warriors Godseekers, which is just Dynasty Tactics. Dynasty Tactics was good, this is a not as good version. I'll do a video of that at some point. But anyway, I was going through the PS Store, and I saw Firefighters the Simulation, which, if you don't remember it, or never saw the original video, was a humongous piece of shit. This went up following the release of Life of Black Tiger, which we've talked about, and what was the other one? Skylight Free Range 2 Gashdween, which was just incomprehensible. And we've got this, and these aren't the only games that have been coming up on the PlayStation Store. As we have discussed, the PS Store is edging more and more towards the rampant, horrific free-for-all that is Steam, which, at least if you're me, isn't great. But I'm going to click on New Game and show you exactly what this game's like. Won't bother with the tutorial, we won't be needing that. So, it's pretty amazing, this game. It's incredible that they thought they'd release this as a finished product. It looks like it should be in early access. It sounds like it should be in early access. It's missing a lot. Okay, here we go. Good morning, everyone. I'm very busy today, so I'll outline the most important points only. Now, you'll notice I'm playing the PC version. I did not actually purchase the PS4 version. I've bought the PS4 versions of Life of Black Tiger and Skylight Free Range 2. I'm not doing this here. I'm not paying to play this again. But if you do want to see what it's like, if maybe you're interested in a new game for your PlayStation 4, this is what it's like. Okay, survey vehicle Florian 1, you can carry on with your routine and training, blah blah blah. Okay, so here we are. We are currently running at, let's see, the most it's getting is 14 frames per second. So that's good. I don't know if the PS4 version runs better, but, you know, this is the level of quality to expect. So, it's not really changed since I last saw it. Everyone's still a horrible clone. They've all got these miserable puffy faces. And the game's not shy about just throwing all of these identical men into the same room to highlight how identical they are. They like to try and walk dick first. You can see here this sort of odd squat, chest puffed out, like featherless human-bird hybrids. Yeah. Oh, it briefly went up to 15 frames per second. How exciting. Now, here's the real kicker. Oh, hang on. Let's watch them all walk through the door. It's a commitment to quality that PlayStation 4 has been known for. You know, Sony, very stringent about its policies. They got to make sure that you've got aqua refreshing vending machines. That might be it, because I know Sony does have a sponsorship deal with Aqua Refreshing, and that might be the reason why they've let this game on. Because if you are signed on with that sweet, sweet taste of water, then Sony's probably going to look after you. Now, I was going to talk about the real kicker, okay? Here's the punchline of this latest joke. Firefighters the Simulation is available on the PlayStation Store for $29.99. Again, part of the reason why I didn't pay for it. $29.99, which, for this, look at this fuck. I mean, that's egregious. That's an egregious price, I'm sure we can all agree. On Steam, it's $14.99. So, which itself is way too much money for this pile of fucking wank. Look at this. $15. And that's asking $15 too much. And it's twice that on PS4. Just how Life of Black Tiger is $9.99 on the PS4 when it was free on Android, because it was an Android port, because of course it was. Oh, rabbit! I remember this. We had a rabbit last time we did a video on this horrible, awful, saddening game. Oh, look, it's going to apply to be a firefighter. Come on. I'll come with you. I'll do your job interview. I'm new, but I can Oh. Why do I always make them run?
Sing, the angels are calling me back home.
PlayStation.
Anyway, yeah, this costs twice as much money on console. Twice as much money on the PS4. I don't know what exactly you're paying for. Maybe you get twice as many frames. I don't know. Shockingly, Sony has remained absolutely tight-lipped about this. I have tried contacting everyone. I've contacted my PR people, multiple ones. I've contacted the boss of Sony's third-party relations and all that kind of stuff. I've contacted Yoshida himself, Sony Worldwide Studios boss, who came the closest to a response. I spoke to him on Twitter, and he replied to someone else on Twitter in the same thread with some sort of confirmation of a correction or confirmation of some sort of fact that didn't really have anything to do with anything. So, there's an emergency at the cemetery, and I didn't bother bringing the vehicle because I'm not playing this game properly, but let's see if we can fight the fire with no tools whatsoever. If you want to see what driving's like, you can check out my last video. I'm not playing this properly. I'm here to rant. I want to know why Sony is so tight-lipped on this. Because I know other people have asked them about this latest mess. You've been careless and fell into the water with your equipment. You suffered light injuries. Your equipment got slightly damaged. Your shift is over for today. Alright, well, we'll continue, won't we? So you can't even go for a lovely swim. What are we paying $30 for? But yeah, why? So tight-lipped, Sony. Like, they can't even be bothered to give just some sort of non-statement. Because I want to, obviously, this is all leading towards me doing more concise and pointed coverage of this in some form. But I would have liked Sony's word. You know, I would have, even if it was just them talking about standard procedures for greenlighting a game for sale on their store. But to not even get a no comment from them, I gotta wonder if there's some sort of maybe sensitive point with some of the people here. Okay, Florian 1, blah blah blah. We'll drive this time. Yeah, fuck off. $30! They're using the same ludicrously over-the-top trailer, which I'll probably stick at the end of this. Some ludicrously over-the-top trailer. It's the same one they've had for, like, 5 months, so I'm assuming the game itself is no different from the usual fucking shite that we're seeing here. Okay, now, if I remember correctly, E, open up the stupid fucking thing. Then get in the stupid fucking van. There we go, we're driving. All this can be yours on the Sony Home Entertainment PlayStation 4. Get it on the PS4 Pro. Play it in 4K, why don't you? This'll look good on your 4K TV, won't it? Whether it's a Vizio, or a Samsung, or maybe a Sony, go for a whole Sony set. I'm driving in the opposite direction from the fire. That's if it's the same fire. Actually, no, it'll just trigger when it wants. We're supposed to be driving around looking for misadventure and problems to solve. $30 on the PS4. I checked the PlayStation YouTube account. They don't actually have a trailer for this one up, at least yet. They decided so far not to promote this one like they did with Life of Black Tiger and Gashtuin. That bit's still a puzzle. If you work at Sony and you're tight-lipped, and you can prove you work at Sony, I say tight-lipped, you're loose-lipped, so that's what I want. I want loose lips in my inbox. But if you do work at Sony, can prove you work at Sony, and don't mind talking to me, I'd love some insight on this, love some further insight. I'm gonna provide a bigger spotlight on this bullshit, regardless, you know. So Sony can help or they can't, but they're not really gonna stop the coverage coming. Whee! Going for a little tumble there. But yeah, I mean, you can look at some of the stuff I've done before on Square Enix or Konami, some of the other insiders I've talked to for Gymquisitions and whatnot, and, you know, never been found out. They've never been caught for their tattling. I don't reveal my sources. Just someone can fucking... We're up to 20 frames per second, by the way, just to keep you updated on that. We can change different camera angles. Do you want to see that? It's not particularly exciting, but here's our Florian one, like that. There's a totally useless angle. Let's try and drive like this. This is just our van's big old red ass. This is actually impossible to drive. Okay. Hang on, where's the... What's that? This one's better. Not hugely useful, is it? Whoa, there are people! Alright, I gotta get out. How do I get out? Oh, I've made a mess of this. Uh-oh, it's an emergency. Fuck the emergency. We gotta look at people. Different character models! This must be where all the money's going. Look at him walking with swagger like he knows what's up. So we're out in the big city. I never really saw the city streets in this game. And all these character models. Oh my god, your face. Your poor face. Remember, high definition PlayStation 4 graphics. These can all be yours. And of course, this is the PC version, so you can expect the PS4 version to not look quite as good as this. Not quite as stunning. Jesus effing Christ almighty. The good baby lord wept, and well he bleeding might. Visual imagination. Which this game doesn't have. I think there are only 3 character models. There's old bowling t-shirt man thinks he's the big I am. There's this, the great faceless one. And then there's Jeans Girl. Jeans Girl with her pink top, looking happy. Mary Jane Slopson. Why is that in the middle of the street? Why is a child park... you can't really call them rides. What do they call them? Attractions? Occurrences? I don't know, but they shouldn't be in the middle of the fucking street. It's just a street corner! It's a street corner! Star Force Virtual Reality. Imagine playing this in VR. Oh, the beat's gone. Well, we've got less than 2 minutes remaining, and I'm just going to run out the clock, continuing to explore this city. This city gives Grand Theft Auto 5 a run for its fucking money, doesn't it? If you shop around, you can probably get GTA 5 on your PS4 for $30 now. Which, if you've not played, is... Oh! We found a 4th character model. What's the bet he's got the same... No? Oh, wait, no, it is the same face. They've just whacked some glasses on him. Almost fooled me. As you can see, hovering a couple of inches off the ground as he walks. It's a hallmark of a bad developer on a shitty Steam game. Characters that can't actually stick to the ground. They either can't stick to the ground or their feet, as they walk, are several inches into the ground. They've never been able to quite work out how to get someone to just stand on the ground. See, this is where I'd expect to see those bouncy up and down, you know, thing. We can't actually get on the grass. Here's our little firefighter legs trying to get on. This is on the PlayStation 4. I just want to reiterate that for everyone's pleasures. They've not remastered it or anything. It's not Firefighters the Simulation Reloaded. Or Fired Up, or whatever it is you could call a fucking re-release of this, or remaster, or what have you. Not like they've added textures and physics and gameplay and everything. You didn't make it to the destination. Who gives a shit? That's Firefighters the Simulation. That's on the PlayStation 4 now for $29.99. $29.99. Twice as much as the Steam. Twice as much. Sony, can I have some of your fucking drugs?